for Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you guys. Let's see, if you are new to the channel, my name is Hoon. My channel is all about making better coffee at home. So I'm going to make a video for someone's using Barista Express for the first time. Okay, I know some of you just bought this for the Christmas or holidays, and I know you guys are really excited to use it. So here's what I did. Okay, so pretty much I haven't done any warm-up, and so this is all cold right now. So I'm going to kind of like take you through the different process. So even yesterday I went to store. I bought a freshest coffee I can find. So this is Peet's coffee, and then so it cost me what, $7, $6.99, $7. It's on sale, really good price there. Peet's coffee is the only coffee I know, okay, unless you buy premium coffee, they have a roasting date on it, okay. So this one roasted on December 4th, so it's about 3 weeks old. So this is really, I think, considered as really fresh beans, okay. For buy store-bought standard, this is really good. So it's called, let's see, Cafe Domingo. Let's see, nutty, bold body. So it's medium roast. So this is good for like espresso or americano, even like latte as well. So it's gonna be really good for that. So you know what? I'm gonna start the machine here. So if you just got this, I know you guys are excited. So start the power. By the way, don't worry about the light blinking, okay? So that's my machine, it's just blinking. Don't worry about that. All right. Okay, so look like my quality of video is not that great there. Hold on a second. Hopefully I can get the better lighting. Okay, still blurry. So this is great thing about doing the live show. It's all depend on my internet connection there. Okay, so let's see. Still blurry? Okay, hold on a second. I got my lighting changed a little bit. Is that better or no? Okay. You know what? We're just gonna go with this. Oh, okay. So I usually do single dosing, which means I use my scale. Those are like 17 to 20 gram, because I know most of you don't have that. So I'm just gonna use a hopper. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna start with to open up the new bag. Good. Smells really good, by the way. Okay, so even though, here's the thing about the store-bought beans. Even though the package said medium roast, it's more like medium to dark instead of actual medium. And then, so it's not as oily as darker, but still somewhat oily as well. So Barista Express does not like, it's not work well with the darker roast for some reason. So, I mean, if you want to buy fresh beans, just make sure go with like medium. Just medium roast is the ideal, okay? Ideal for medium roast. With the darker roast, very oily and it's gunk up the grinder. So I'm gonna be using hopper this morning. So hopper, so you have different dial, okay? It's got ground amount. You can go out to 12 o'clock, 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock, even 5 or 6. I prefer number 4, okay? So 4 is, what I like to start with the number 4 there. Just simply put the bag, put some beans in, okay? Okay. So before I do that, what I like to do is just flush one more time. Just flush the portafilter out with some hot water. So only tools I'm going to use this morning is my 3D dosing funnel, okay? Because I don't want to mess up my kitchen counter here, my countertop. So this is the dosing cups just a regular 3D dosing funnel. I mean, you can get it from Amazon as well. I'm going to put the link down below. Okay. So number 4 is like preset amount. So it's going to come out, okay? So pretty much it. So just like that. So I set it number 4. I usually use my distribution tool, but I know most of you do not have it right now because you just got the machine. I'm just going to use my temper, okay? And then we are going to call the shots. So right now, everything is our factory set. You know what? Let's do that, okay? Okay, so now everything's our factory set. I'm not doing any kind of special programming, anything like that. So this is my first shot. So let's take a look at what kind of shot we're going to get here. So I'm going to press double button. Hopefully you guys can see from over there, but okay, at least you guys can see the, okay, so pressure is around 1 o'clock there. Actually, shots looks overall pretty good, okay. Hold on, maybe I can give you guys a better view. Hold on. So with my first shot, I got pretty lucky. It's not bad for first try, okay? I'm really liking the Peet's coffee. So easy to dial in so far. So if you're curious about my dialing setting, so I know most machines are different, but I'm set at number 6. Yep, number 6. And then my inner burr, don't worry about the inner burr size, okay? Most of you set at number 6 right now. So mine actually set at number 5 for my inner burr size, but yeah. So is it number 6? Is it number 6 there, honey, Heather? Okay, good. Number 6 for the, yeah, so that's number 6 for the setting. So again, so I got really lucky for the first time. But you know, let's taste the espresso. Okay, and I usually stir it, but let's see. Can you give me a spoon over there? My wife is getting me some spoon, so I can stir it. So I mean, overall, it looks really good. So far, the Peet's coffee is so easy to dial in. So be careful with the wire. Okay, good. So let's see. Let's try this. Cheers, everybody. Okay. It's bitter, a little bit. And then the shot is somewhat, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not that hot as well, because obviously the coffee machine has been warmed up, so it's cold, okay? Not the cold, it's lukewarm. So, I mean, ideally, you might want to do is, you might want to warm up your machine at least half an hour. So I'm going to do one more shot this time, and I'm going to show you how I do it, okay? And then, I mean, make sure get yourself a distribution tool. It makes it a lot easier to temp. So that's one thing I recommend, okay? Get some kind of dosing funnel. Distribution tool is all you need. And if you want to start dialing in espresso, get yourself scared as well. But let's see, so we're gonna do one more, okay? But again, I was really surprised by the, shot there. I'm just going to warm up my, so I'm gonna be doing the exactly same setting, okay? It's gonna be same as before. Go ahead.
George said Barista Express outside grinder knob doesn't correlate to SGP, which has 60 microseconds. Hard to compare settings.
Yeah. Yeah, George mentioned about because this grinder is not the same as a smart grinder. So it's not the same, the setting wise. Okay, so I'm gonna do one more. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do another dummy shot as well. So whenever you do dummy shots, put the hot water go through the portafilter. It's going to be, make your portafilter a little hotter. Okay. So now it's bring up to the temperature. So. Okay, I'm still gonna do it at number 4 for the grinder mount. Okay. So the reason why I tap it, because even though all the beans are out, there's still this leftover coffee grinds there, so I just go like this. That's all. Okay. So this time, actually, beans are really fluffy too. It's not bad, okay? Not bad at all. So this time I'm gonna use my distribution tool. So as you can see from there, it's nice and nicely distributed. I mean, you don't have to buy fancy, distribution tool. Just go with. So this one happened to be the Crema product, the 2-in-1, and you could go with anyone, any of them. So I'm just gonna temp. Okay. Just gonna make sure clean up the shower head there. Let's do that one more time. So this time, it's gonna be looks different than first time for sure. Okay. Got my. I'm just gonna pull the standard shots. Okay. All right. So let me give you guys again closer view. I'm just gonna press I always do double shots, not the single. Always double for my coffee. So right now it's pre-infusion is happening. It's called pre-infusion process. That's why you don't see any coffee beans coming out. Coffee is coming out. Okay, my pressure is way up there. So right now, which means it's choking. As you saw, first time it wasn't too bad, right? And the second time we are choking here, even though we are doing the exactly same setting. Okay. So if you're gonna drink this one right now, even though it looks pretty good, it's gonna be really bitter. That's gonna be a really bitter shot there. Hold on a second, I got good. Okay. So let's try this. I know it's gonna be bitter, but I'm gonna try that for you guys anyway. Cheers. Yeah. Okay, so the reason why it's really bitter, because the water, so since this was my second shot there, so the machine has been warmed up, and also portafilter is hot, the warm as well, more like hot, and also the water is coming up with a little more, the more heat into it, so you are going to extract more from the hot water. So what at this point, what I need to do is I have to adjust my grinder setting. So right now I'm at 6 right now, so I have to go up to maybe 7 or 8 to get the right extraction. So I'm gonna do one more time for you guys, and then after that I'm gonna take some questions. Okay, so I'm gonna go to number 6. You know what, let's go out to number 8, okay? Okay, I'm gonna go out to number 8. So I changed my grinder setting to number 8. There we go. And then I'm gonna look like my beanies are out. I'm gonna put some more beans in. I mean, if you are wanting to buy some beans from a grocery store, I definitely check out the Peet's coffee. Okay, they're really good.
Someone just says I tried Pete's, wasn't impressed.
Okay. Someone just told me that you weren't that impressed with the Peet's coffee. So again, puck is all messed up too. Okay, I'm just gonna do one more time. Okay, so you see what I did? Sometimes the puck is stuck to the shower head. Just press the button. It's a single or double button. I mean, that pushes out the puck. Okay. I'm just gonna clean up my portafilter here. So this is my number 3. Okay, so third shot here. So okay, clean my shot glass. Make sure check your water level all the time. Okay, because you don't want to run your coffee machine with an empty water tank. Okay. So again, we adjust the setting just now. So here's what you need to do. Whenever you change setting, adjust to go up or down, you need to flush out a little bit of coffee beans inside. Okay. So because you are changing the grinder setting, so and then you're gonna toss it. So this is one bad thing about using the hopper. So you always have to flush. Okay, not too much though. Okay, because you don't want to waste beans. So right now we are doing the same thing. So here's what's going to happen. Since we changed the grinder setting coarser, the grind amount is going to be changed. Not the change, but I'm gonna show you what they look like. Because before, even the number 4 grind amount, even the same. So this grind amount is based on the time. Okay, so they are time metric. But whenever we change the grinder size, which means the volume is going to go up like this. Okay. Before, it was just enough to cover it, but now it's overflow. Okay. But it's based on the same dire amounts. But again, the coarser size changed. The grind size changed, but look like a lot more in there. I mean, it is a lot more in there as well. Because again, so it's all based on the time. Okay, I'm just going to distribute. That's another reason I like it based on the weight rather than time. So, okay.
Can I ask you a quick question? George wonders if the elevation affects the Breville Barista.
Actually, I'm going to shout out to George. George asked me, is the elevation change the machine? The water temperature, perhaps. Okay, because we are in 7,000 foot high in Flagstaff, so you might, I don't know, you might be right. I'm not sure. Okay, so now is that everything is all the same as before. So this is my number 3rd shot. So number 3, settings are all the same. Only thing difference is I changed the grinder size because there was too much. There's too fine, and then it's been on for what, last 10 minutes or so. So everything is all nice and warm. Okay. So let's give it another pull here. Okay, so I'm going to get you guys a better view. Okay, hopefully we're gonna get a better shot this time. Not the better shot, but better extraction. Before that, we are choking there. There's a pre-infusion happening. Okay, a little better than before. So right now I'm at 1 o'clock range there. I mean, shot looks really good. Beautiful crema, lots of crema. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely not lack of crema for Peet's coffee so far. So this one's sitting on the counter for last, what, 5 minutes? Still has crema on the top. Yeah, it's definitely make a big difference for like fresh coffee there. So this one is roasted on December 4th, so I mean, that's not too bad, okay? Not too bad at all. So that one, let's see here. I'm gonna try one more time. But it's hard to dial in. It comes to like espresso drinking for like store-bought coffee, because it's not the same as like single origin. So the temperature is better. But you know what? So I'm gonna make myself americano. I'm just gonna get my hot water ready. I mean, if you guys love drinking espresso, definitely check out like specialty coffee, like single origin. I think you're gonna be much happier with it. Okay, so here's the americano I'm gonna make. Actually, it's more like long black. It's like a beautiful crema on the top. Yeah, it looks really good. Cheers. Yeah, definitely better. So, I mean, if you guys are, okay, so if you're brand new to the Barista Express, if you guys want to start trying out like espresso, make sure definitely check out the specialty coffee beans at your local shop there. I mean, ask for like, like their single origin, okay? Has a lot more flavor than like regular espresso blend, because they're more like bold and very chocolatey and nutty. They're really good for americano or making latte. But if you just like the really good complex flavor, definitely single origin is what I recommend. But again, the Peet's coffee is so far I'm pretty impressed with it. It's really easy to dial in there. So hold on, let's check out the puck here. So this time come right up as well. So I think we did it right. Okay. The grinder setting was good. But overall, yeah, it's pretty good. Anyway, so I'm going to take some questions now. Any question?
Yeah. How many times have you had to change the parts of the BBB?
Someone asked me about changing parts.
A viewer from Pakistan. Yeah. Have you had to change its parts?
Okay, someone asked me about the kind of like repairability or replacing parts. So far, I replaced the bird inside. Okay. And also I replaced the gaskets, the rubber gasket on the group head. That's all I did. But my rubber infuser, I ended up replacing the gaskets and pump as well. So, I mean, they're all easy to replace. I know, but you are from Pakistan, so the getting parts might be tricky. So, I don't know where you're gonna get the parts though. But again, for Barista Express, going on 2 years, over 2 years now, so far, I mean, no major replacement.
Another viewer asked, they got a new Sage Barista Express. They dialed in a type of bean. Now they want to use new fresh beans. How should I move the grinder, straight from 1 to 8 or small steps?
Okay, so someone just got a freshly roasted coffee beans?
Yeah.
And you're using Barista Express?
No, they're using Sage Barista.
Yeah, Sage Barista Express, same as the Barista Express. So they're identical. And just simple. Here's what you need to do. So whenever you're switching out beans, if you're using the hopper, remove the hopper. Okay. Hold on. And then just remove it. Okay, because they are locked in, and then you can store the rest of beans there. Hold on. Let me show you. Go like this, and you're gonna unlock. So now all the beans are gone. But just at this point, just make sure lock in position right now, okay? And then you can put it in lock. Okay, so here's the thing about the switching out to new beans. Here, let me show you what that means. Even though I removed the hopper, you have these old beans here. Okay, only way to get rid of that is you have to use a vacuum cleaner, or I'm gonna show you another way. I'm just gonna lock this one in. See again, yeah. So this is a little tricky. Okay, I'm just gonna remove a little bit more. Okay, I don't want to waste good beans there. So you don't have to do this. Okay, you don't have to do this if you are doing the single dosing at a time. There we go. And then, so what I'm gonna do is just make sure whenever you switch out the new beans, you have to purge out the old beans. Still, you have a lot of beans in there. And then put the new beans in, and you're gonna purge another maybe a couple more seconds, and then start dialing in. But comes to dialing in, just so whatever setting worked before, start with that setting, and then you are going to up or down from that setting. So you don't have to make a big change. So because whatever beans works for you, so that's kind of like your starting point, and they're up or down. I hope this helped.
Have you tried playing with the OPV? The BBE seems to be putting out too much pressure, causing pretty bad channeling.
Someone asked me about the overpressure valve. Unfortunately, you cannot change your overpressure valve on Barista Express. I know some of you out there playing with it, and personally, I won't recommend it. Okay, unless you know what you're doing. So, definitely, I'm not recommend that. Okay, but again, so far so good. That's why sometimes I play with manual mode. Okay, but yeah, it does get really high. Okay, so ideally like 9 bar pressure, but seems like I need to check it. Okay, I'm planning on getting the overpressure valve, the measuring the parts there. So I'm planning on getting that one, and then I'm gonna find out what kind of pressure I'm getting for my Barista Express. So stay tuned for that as well.
What temperature must the water be for Breville?
Okay, so Breville right now, so this one's set at default. Okay, so default is set around 200 degree, around 195 and 200. I think George, correct me if I'm wrong if you're listening. And then, so all depends on what kind of beans you are using, but just start with the standard. Okay, so standard temperature. If you are curious about it, check out my other videos as well. I have a water temperature videos on it.
Mike in San Diego says his rocket apartmento will be delivered today.
I'm gonna shout out to Mike from San Diego. He just got a rocket apartmento delivering today. Awesome. Let me know how it goes. Okay, that is really a nice machine. They are heat exchange machines, so you can brew and the steam milk at the same time.
And what do you mean by single origin?
Okay, what do you mean? Someone asked me, what do you mean by single origin? Which means single origin means it's coming from single. You're not blending. Okay, if you go to some coffee shops, they have blends. So this is an espresso blend. So they blend with, like, let's say Guatemala and Ethiopia. They blend it. So they come up with their own blend. So single origin, which means just one bean, and then you are going to taste, what they're supposed to taste like. So, again, it's all dependent on the roaster as well. So, but it's gonna be different though. Ethiopia is a very bright and sweet, and very complex flavor. Not the complex, but you are going to taste definitely different than this for sure.
Dane in Australia asked, when roasting a blend of beans, is it better to roast separately and then combine, or combine and roast together?
Okay, so Dane asked me, because I do home roasting at home. So here's what I do. Whenever I do the blend, I roast separately. Okay, I roast Ethiopia and separate that. and roast separately, and then roast Guatemala and mix it after that. So that's what I like to do. Sometimes I do like 50-50 or 60-40, so all depends on what you like. But yeah, do separate.
Do you adjust internal burrs?
Someone asked me about yes, I did adjust internal burr. There used to be 6, okay? 6 is the standard, what Breville comes with, but I changed to 5.
Could you tell us the name of the small black cans you used to hold your bean doughs?
Okay, someone asked me about this tin can from Amazon. Okay, so just search for the tin can. If not, I'm gonna put the link down below as well. So again, do not drop this. Very fragile, but it works pretty good. Okay, I usually measure out night before, so I don't have to use my scale every morning.
Someone asked, do you know if a round spout milk pitcher will help with latte art hearts?
Okay, someone asked me about the latte art. Okay, if you haven't done latte art, it's not the water jug. It's not the milk jug. It's you. It's me. So, don't worry about the shape of the latte art. Unless you're a professional, it makes a huge difference. For most of us, just get the milk texture right, and then just make sure go slowly, okay? Problem for me is I go too fast. But yeah, for most of us, the shape does not matter at the moment because I'm still gonna mess up anyway.
The same viewer asks, should I get a new tamper for my BBE because the stock one doesn't fit the basket well because it's quite loose?
Okay, someone asked me, should I get a new temper? So this is temper from San Antonio Industry. So this is 53.3 millimeters. So it's more precise fit than regular stock one. Stock ones are 53 millimeter. Does that make a better tasting coffee? Unless you are using like bottomless portafilter, you're going to tell some difference in channeling because water go through the side as well, so it's more precise. But it's up to you, okay? Once you start becoming your hobby, coffee is becoming your hobby, definitely having better tools make more enjoyable experience. But yeah, why not? Yeah, get it.
They said they always get loose sides.
Yep. Yeah, you do get a loose size, but it's ultimately it's about the taste. So
no more questions.
I think we are look like no more question there. So I think we are good. Again, so if you are watching this for the first time, and if you are brand new to Barista Express, maybe it could be your first week. I know some of you might get it for Christmas tomorrow, but just have fun with it. And just like I said, comes to grind amounts. Start with this, number 4 for your grind amounts, which means 4 o'clock, okay? And then bird setting outside. The Breville comes with this factory set around 8 set of on the side dial here. Stay with the number 8. Don't worry about the inner burr. And then start adjusting the grinder size up or down, okay? And then if you have any questions, make sure to subscribe my channel. Go through a catalog of my videos out there, and pretty much shows you everything you need to know about Barista Express. Okay, we got hold on. We got one more question.
The Pakistan viewer asked again, which parts did you change in the machine?
So someone viewer from Pakistan asked me which part. I replaced the seal on gasket on my group head. That's it. Okay, and then my upper burr because I had it for 2 years, so I just replaced that recently for the burr inside. So you can get it from Breville websites. So hopefully you can get parts from Breville website directly from Pakistan, but I know some of you out there getting parts are somewhat challenging.
Mr. Thomas Yip from Singapore said that his BBE left his coffee bar and Santa dropped a new big box in his vehicle.
Oh.
So he's getting a new coffee machine.
So I'm going to shout out to Mr. Thomas. Sounds like he got a new coffee machine there, so can't wait to see that, okay? Make sure to send me some pictures on my Instagram page. Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Gilbert says, I'm using Lavazza Super Crema, grind size 4 and inner burst 6.
Okay, so we have what, Gilbert?
Yeah.
Super Crema using what? In ounce, what?
Grind
Ounce,
size 4.
grind size.
outside,
Okay, it's 4 at ground size.
Inner burst 6.
Okay, what's the?
And under manual mode, I have 10-second pre-infusion and 20-second more for 34-gram shot.
Okay, that sounds pretty good. So we got the 10-second pre-infusion and
20
another 20-second for Super Crema, 34 gram.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's okay. That comes to number wise, the ratio wise, that's pretty good. The time and ratio, okay. But is that bitter or sour? Just make sure you need the shot to be a little balanced. So that's why using the manual mode is a lot. You have easier to control. So if you haven't tried manual mode, definitely try.
He said, should I make my grind finer to get 10-second infusion plus 30-second for shot to reach 34 grams?
This person asked me, no, do not do that, okay? Because pre-infusion is you're already extracting during the pre-infusion time anyway, the 10 seconds, okay? So which means you are brewing for 40 seconds. So, but make sure trust your taste.
And the white top you have to prevent the bean spill. Where can I get it?
So this one, someone asked me about the 3D dosing funnel. You can get it from Amazon. I'm gonna put the link down below as well. And also, let's see what else. So this is a dosing cup from Amazon too. Not the Amazon, but Crema. So you can get so this is 53.3 millimeter dosing cup, okay, from Crema. So it fits right in like this, so, okay. So if you don't want to use dosing funnel, you have option to use the dosing cup. So I'm gonna put the link down below as well. So now you have a lot of tools for Barista Express nowadays, because I mean, when I started getting into Barista Express, there's no tools. Only tools I can find was just a regular distribution tool from China. But now, last year or so, we have San Antonio Industry stepped up, and a Crema coffee product stepped up. So these guys are making these wonderful tools for Barista Express. I mean, it's pretty good to be a Barista Express owners, 2020, 2021. So yeah, you guys have a lot more options now. Comes to gadgets.
A viewer asked, is there a good source for the design files for those? He wants to print those tools.
Okay, so someone asked me about the 3D print on this. Yes, there is I don't know the website of it, but you can Google it. Okay, so this website is there. I believe they are open source there. So you just search for 3D print Breville dosing funnel. You are going to get. Okay, I think there's a free download for that, so you can print out. I know people in Singapore does that, and Australia as well. So yeah, definitely check out. So there is a resource. But personally, you know what? Because I'd rather buy this than make my own. But in US, because we can get it. But I know some of you out there, you have no access to Amazon in your country. So, by the way, I think one of my viewers asked me, do not dishwash with hot water or something like that, because it might shrink. So, but I used for last year. I never washed this. I just cleaned with just the hot water, cloth, just wipe it clean. That's about it. So far, there's no shrinkage.
If you would keep only 2 machines, what would they be?
Someone asked me, what, 2 machines?
Yeah.
Buy or keep it?
Keep. If you would keep only 2 machines, what would they be?
Someone asked me if okay. My wife loves Barista Express, so I'm gonna keep definitely this one. And then for me, I mean, if a budget is not an issue, okay, if I have an unlimited amount of budget, I definitely go with the plumbed, okay, plumbed version of maybe like La Marzocco or Slayer, okay. And also, I think Dane told me that a company called Speedster, something like that, very high-end stuff, custom. But yeah, you have a lot of options. So the fact is, You could spend $500 on machine, or you could spend $15,000-$20,000 on machine. So it's all depends on your budget, but yeah, it's all up to you. Make sure whenever you're buying separate espresso machines, don't forget to get a good grinder. The grinder is the key, okay? Doesn't matter if you have a $10,000 machine with a crappy grinder, you're going to get crappy coffee. So make sure good grinder.
Dean says it's Keys Vander Western Speedster.
Okay, so Dane told me Keys Bender Western Speedster. So that is a really high-end coffee machines.
A viewer says, I hardly see you using WDT tool. Is there a reason for that?
Someone asking me how come I don't use WDT tool. So that's the wise distribution technique. I mean, since I'm not using my bottomless portafilter, if I use a bottomless portafilter, I definitely use WDT. But with my spouted, I mean, I'm not usually bothered to do that because, I mean, it looks nice on bottomless because, come nicely together. There's no channeling, but 99% of the time, I'm just, dose and just temp, and that's it.
Should we include the 10-second pre-infusion in the extraction time or not?
Okay, somebody asked me about the extraction time. When do you start time your shots? There's a lot of debate over that. I know Mark from, Mark is the whole latte love that guy, the D coffee guy. So he has a huge influence on, not the influence, but he knows a lot about coffee as well. And also we got James Hoffman. He's the coffee guru, the world champion, coffee, barista champion as well. So James Hoffman, he time whenever press the button, okay? And other side, people like Mark, he likes to see whenever see the first draft and start time it, between 25 and 30 seconds. So try both ways. I did both ways, and I prefer whenever I start time, when I see the first draft, I like to see around between 20 and 25 second range there. And if I see, whenever I start time, when I start the button, between 25 and 30 seconds. So it all depends on you, okay? But try both ways.
And viewer says, I recall you pulled a shot using just pre-infusion and couldn't taste the difference with a normal shot. What is the benefit of full pressure? Pre-infusion shot looked better and richer. Okay,
so someone asked me about the pre-infusion. I did the pre-infusion shots last week because you're using like 3 or 4 bar pressure, so there's no channeling. Okay, it's come out really nicely. So, and then that person, why can I do that all the time? I mean, you could do it all the time if you want to, but it takes even longer. But is there a benefit of just a pre-infusion shot? I'm not sure. I don't know. I never thought about that. So, okay, I think we are good. Okay, we are good for Christmas. Today's Christmas Eve, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Christmas Eve. I know some of you already Christmas. I know Dane from Australia. I think you guys are already in Christmas right now. Mm-hmm. Merry Christmas to you guys. Singapore. And then we got Singapore as well, Mr. Thomas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays. And then let's see. I know who got the appointment is Mike.
It's coming today.
Okay, so Mike, Merry Christmas to you for your new gifts. Have fun with it.
LL Cool Ray.
We got LL Cool Ray from UK. I know you guys are having a hard time over there, I heard, okay? You guys are pretty much locked down, so be careful out there. Drink some good coffee. Let's see, we got the Linda in Texas. Who else? I'm pretty much a shout out to everybody here in the.
And Dylan, of course.
We got Dylan. Merry Christmas to you, Dylan. Okay. Keep making that coffee video.
Mr. Thomas says I'm 16 minutes to Christmas.
Okay, so Mr. Thomas said you are 16 minutes away from Christmas. So yeah, Merry Christmas. Okay.
And Soupy Puck up the dose.
You got soupy puck. Okay, someone mentioned about the soupy puck. You know what? The puck quality is not telling you anything. But what if I use like darker roast? I got a soupy puck. So it's not a big deal. Okay, don't worry about soupy puck. Just make sure worry about the taste. Let's see. So tomorrow morning, we're not gonna do the live tomorrow morning because it's Christmas morning. So we're not gonna do that. And then hopefully you guys have Merry Christmas there.
One quick question.
We got one quick question.
Do you recommend getting a better grinder than the one built into the Barista?
Someone asked me, should I get a better grinder? You know what? It always helps, okay? But, I mean, if you care about the counter space, having a separate grinder is too much for you. I mean, it's all again how much you want to spend money on your hobby, okay? If your coffee is your hobby, definitely get a separate grinder, for sure. Something really nice. I know Bratza makes pretty good grinder. Eureka makes grinder. Obviously, we have a niche makes great single dosing grinder. So it's all dependent on your budget. But yeah, because once you have a really good grinder, whenever you decide to upgrade your coffee machine, you don't have to buy a new grinder. So it's always better to get a better grinder. You are just like buying a TV, okay? Just buying a TV. If you want to get 55-inch, make sure you get a 75 because you know down the road you want to change the TV to 75 anyway. So just get the grinder you want, okay? I mean, don't upgrade to like a little bit at a time. And so if my next machine, if I'm going to upgrade it, it's going to be dual boiler machine with the PID built in. So what I did was I got this one and then I bought eventually a Serbia. I thought in my head it's gonna be good upgrades for next level, but they are a completely different machine. They are single boiler, no PID, so definitely think about that as well. I mean, if you are tired of Barista Express, save money, okay? Save money. If you have to save even longer, get yourself heat exchanger with the PID or dual boiler is PID. And so just get the machine you want. Because there's no, I don't want to say there's no point. Get a small upgrades, just go with the big upgrades. That's my recommendation.
You have more questions?
Okay, we look like we got some more question coming in. Okay, let's see here.
Are you using an unpressurized basket?
Someone asked me, I always use a non-pressurized basket, okay? Unless I'm in a hurry, I use the pressurized basket, but I always use non-pressurized basket. If you're someone new to the Barista Express, hold on, let me clear my space here. So back of your tray, if you wonder about what's inside, you got a whole bunch of baskets inside. Okay. This one has double warm on it, which means that's pressurized basket. Double warm means pressurized. So you got the single baskets as well. But I know most of you, do not, unless you don't want to consume a lot of caffeine, coffee, single shot is pretty good, okay? But they're a little tricky to dial in, but definitely useful tool. So yeah, if you can try the non-pressurized basket, you're gonna get a better tasting shot. You're gonna see the gasket there, the rubber gasket for your cleaning cycle. You need that. You don't have to worry about it right now if you just got the machine. It's gonna be notify you, okay? Every like 200 shots. You're gonna see the Allen wrench there. What else? And then you're gonna see it's called razor tool, okay? I don't hardly ever use, but if you want to use it, you could do that as well. So yeah, you could, if you don't know how to use it, I have a video on that too. So you have a lot of, if you haven't subscribed my channel, make sure to subscribe because I have tons and tons video related to Barista Express. And you're gonna see these tools too. That's clean out your steam on, okay? So, and make sure do not throw away these tools, okay? You need it.
Shares that the Barista and the Breville Smart Grinder Pro, they looked inside and the two grinding mechanisms are the same. You
Oh.
can even exchange parts.
Yes, someone told me that the Smart Grinder, the Smart Grinder Pro and the Barista Express, that internally they're identical. Okay, the Seattle Coffee Gear, I think Gail did video on that, the comparison. So make sure to check it out as well. And yeah, they are identical both sides, pretty much the same. Only thing difference between Smart Grinder and built-in grinder, just the grinder setting. So this one has what 1 through 16 on this one, and Smart Grinder what 1 through quite a bit. Okay, I know George knows. George has a Smart Grinder, so but you have a lot more options with a Smart Grinder. I mean, this is made for espresso. That's it, just made for espresso.
Have you tried to pull a shot with the single basket, and how good was it?
Someone asked me, have you tried single basket? How good was it? I mean, it was it was good. Okay, it wasn't great. It was good. But a little tricky though. It's not the same grinder size. So, I mean, that's why I, just try the double basket instead of a single. I mean, if you want to save beans, yes, try single, but you are going to waste a lot of beans before you are going to dial them properly. But try if you really want to try single, go with a pressurized single basket. It makes it a lot easier for you.
Should I lock the pour filter in tight or just to the arrow?
Somebody say pour filter tight. I'll just go all the way. Yep, that's it. Just lock it in. Okay. If you just got a new machine, it's gonna be tight. Okay, so do not force it. Okay, do not force. Okay, but if you can go, if this is the only angle you can get, stay right there. Do not force it, because it's gonna get loosened up when times go by.
So do you use pressurized or unpressurized?
So someone asked me, yeah, I always use non-pressurized baskets.
Okay.
I think, are we good?
One more question. I've been roasting beans on my own. Last week I decided to do a blend of 2 different types. Results were not that great with the barista. Have you ever tried blending?
Someone asked me about have I ever blend my home roasting. I did roast it. The result was good, okay, but it wasn't good enough. The thing is about the home roasting, ideally do the single origin, just which means one bean at a time, one type of beans. If you start blending things, the fact is we are not a professional roaster. I mean, those roasters, they've been roasting for like 10, 20 years, so they're pros. They know what they're doing. And we could start, I mean, that's why I prefer just a single origin, okay? And just go single at a time. If I feel like I just mix, different types of beans in, get some 2 different taste profile, but it's hard, okay, it's hard.
Would a double shot be too much for one person?
Is that double shot is too much for one person? No, guys, no. Whenever you go to coffee shops, they always give you double shots, okay? Because they're made, every pour filter at the coffee shops, they're all double shot baskets, okay? Unless you are using single shot. But if you are using like Rancheria or Sylvia, or let's say even Rocket as well, the European style double shot is only 14 gram dose, so 14 or 16. So it's all dependent. But if you go to like specialty coffee shop, the basket fits like over 20 grams. So all depending on where you go, but it's pretty much all double shot out everywhere. Okay, what else?
I'm gonna can you say this? A 1.5 ounce shot of espresso has 90 to 100 milligrams of caffeine.
Someone asking me about the caffeine.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, standard drip coffee clocks in at 128 milligrams. So drip coffee has higher caffeine content than espresso shot.
Okay, if you want to get a lot of caffeine in the morning, espresso is not the one. Okay, you need to get like drip coffee or pour over.
8 ounces up
Okay.
to 140 milligrams.
So 8 ounces of coffee, you're gonna get about 140 grams of caffeine.
An espresso at
And
1.5 ounces, 60 to 80 milligrams.
And then with espresso, 60 to 80 grams of caffeine. So it's all depend on what you want.
Milligrams.
milligrams. So it's all dependent on what you want. If you are looking for caffeine, go with the drip coffee. But if you want something different, something taste, espresso latte is really good option. I think we are good. Okay. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Christmas Eve. That's right, Christmas Eve. And then happy holidays to you guys. Is Hanukkah too? Hanukkah's done. Okay, Hanukkah's done. I don't know what's the next holidays, but yeah, happy holidays to you guys and a happy New Year. And there's no live tomorrow morning. And by the way, I just finished all the coffee shop in Flagstaff. Okay. I have to say I'm becoming a coffee snob. So I'm very picky about my coffee now. So far I visited 4 different coffee shops. Okay, and then kind of underwhelming. Let's put it that way. And I prefer coffee from Barista Express. I know I'm gonna shout out to Pierre. I think his name is Pierre. Pierre thinks that this is, not the best machine, but I'm gonna shout out to you, Pierre. I think he's from Europe somewhere. And then, so again, I'm really happy with this machine. I know some of you out there put this machine down because it's somewhat appliancey. Breville makes it, okay? Breville makes a lot of appliance. So, but I think this is one appliance I really enjoy. And I think you guys are going to enjoy it as well. I mean, I don't want to say I'm somewhat biased, but I'm really enjoying this machine for a long, long time. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a wonderful holidays and Christmas. And let's see. So tomorrow I'm off for the live. Maybe tomorrow afternoon, perhaps, but I'm not sure yet. And then Saturday, I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm going to see you guys pretty soon. Okay, bye-bye. Follow me on Instagram.